Howdy folks, welcome to episode 3 of Retro Replay presents The Grey Knight Roleplay. I am your games master Wayne, and we have your players here this evening. Folks, introduce yourselves once more.
I'm Pagan and I'm playing Trinket the Bard.
I'm Aundawyn and I'm playing Daewyn the Weirdo Hunter.
Yes, you are. I am Drew and I'm playing Eldor Vortigern, Eldor the Enchanting.
This is Encounter 3, titled Losing Your Head.
Oh shit. That's the one thing
As
I
night
don't want to lose.
Will one of us die?
It's his greatest
knows?
asset.
As night falls, after a full day of travel, you come across a small shack next to a lake. It is dark. There is no lights, or there are no lights burning in the windows. It seems deserted. You slowly open a door to find a single-roomed cabin. A thick layer of dust covers everything inside. You set up camp indoors because it's the first time you've slept under a roof in what feels like a very, very long time. Now, to begin, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everyone to take a dishonor point.
Oh fine,
man.
okay.
As we do at every episode, you're being delayed once more on your trip to the Green Chapel. So you must take a dishonor point.
And yet it shocks me every time.
Everyone's like, oh, how dare
I'm at
you?
9, by the way, just in case anybody was wondering.
Yeah.
I'm at 3.
4.
I'm winning. Wait.
Yes, you are winning. Let's go with that.
Technically.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to get everyone to roll to see who is the leader of this encounter.
Yes.
So far,
okay.
we have had Eldor and we've had Trinket. So let's see who's the leader of this one.
We don't want it to be Daewyn, let's be real.
Don't actually.
I rolled a 16.
Okay, it's good. It's good.
I rolled an 8.
7, you're lucky.
7, 8. So it's Trinket once more.
Hey! Trinket on top.
The murder drunk.
So you all bed down. You all bed down for the night, getting comfortable underneath this roof. It's kind of keeping you sheltered from the kind of this fog and mist that has kind of surrounded this entire forest now. As you're moving deeper and deeper into these woods, they are getting danker and more musty, and there's a heavy kind of feeling to the air as this is a very, very old forest. And within this shack, though, you feel a bit sheltered from it. You all drift off to sleep fairly easily because you've been walking for a very long time throughout the entire day, so you're pretty much exhausted. Trinket,
Yeah.
in the middle of the night, your eyes open to a woman standing over you.
Nice.
Hello there.
Oh.
Ugh.
A chill runs down your spine. Something about her seems off.
Yeah, mate. She's at the end of my bed, isn't she?
Her presence has somehow turned the room both comforting and frightening all at once. She moves with a dreamlike elegance as she says, I seem to have lost my head. Will you help me find it?
You legit did not tell me that we're going to be ghosts in this, and I'm legit terrified. I'm going to cry.
We can't.
Okay.
You two are still asleep.
Run away.
You two are still asleep. It's only just Trinket that's hearing this
Okay.
and seeing this. Trinket, before you can give your answer,
Great.
she opens the door to the cabin and glides outwards towards the lake. Her feet
Thank God for
scarcely touching the ground. What do you do?
Well, I clean up because I'm definitely sitting in it now. After I've cleaned myself, I go and wake Daewyn and Eldor.
Okay.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
What?
Excuse me!
Holy
Hello.
shit. What is that smell?
Never mind that. It's just, it's,
God, it smells like
yeah.
piss.
Yeah.
Opium piss.
Syphilis piss.
You'd be so surprised how accurate you are.
Son of
Never mind that. Just, all right, Eldor.
Why'd you wake me up?
Yeah. There was a really scary green person or some sort of shade of see-through.
She was kind of a see-through kind of
A see-through.
whitey, kind of blue color.
Oh, okay. There was some sort of scary blue see-through lady, and she's she's headless. And
No, she has her head. She has
but
her
you
head.
said that she lost her head.
Yes, she said that she lost her head, but
But she has it on her.
you could see that she
And she
still
got the
had
syph.
her head. So she is pretty much, if you kind of
Bold-faced
think she's
liar.
a spirit. So she said she lost her head at some point.
Oh.
So, and she's asking you to come help
She's
her
not
find it.
headless. Oh, here I was picturing this weird headless thing.
The ghost was not headless. No, the ghost
Okay,
still had her head.
apologies.
I mean, how could she talk if she didn't have a head?
You can hear ghosts, Drew. They're ghosts.
So they're ghosts. Like, come on.
They're ghosts.
Jesus, no,
like.
come on,
Jesus.
Quick, say another mass now. Go on.
Sorry, yeah. I bless myself, and then I go ahead and talk to that. I was just accosted by some fucking ghost. So she's gone that way, and she asked for her help, and I don't really want to help her. I just want to back off the other direction, if I'm honest. What do you think?
Ghosts don't exist.
Excellent choice, Daewyn. I say we continue on with our path. Logical, excellent,
think-
love it.
Did you take any opiums before bed?
What kind of question is that? I'm
Yeah.
always on opium.
This seems like some drug-induced hallucination.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I'm telling you, she went out that way. She glided out of the door. And I understand now how that looks sus, all right, yeah. Because she's not here anymore, and I've woken you, and maybe it was a dream. I don't feel like it was, though. She's gone that way. Will we go follow her? I don't know. I don't really want to. I feel like it's probably a danger zone. Danger
That'd be a
zone.
good song.
One might say that is the highway to the danger zone over there.
And clip.
I don't like
Kenny,
ghosts.
this is actually
They're
Kenny
scary.
Loggins' cabin. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what? I do feel chilly. There is some weirdness in
Thank
this
you.
cabin.
Was it because you peed yourself?
No. No, that's a hard no.
Oh.
That is not no. I soil, but in in the place that you're supposed to do the soiling, like in the outside.
There's a specific
Area.
place?
Oh God,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
this is gonna be difficult.
I just feel like you just go. You know what I mean? Just let it fly.
Yeah.
No,
No?
guys.
Are you sure?
What?
I'm sorry.
Focus.
What were we talking about?
Oh yeah,
Well,
ghosts
Oh,
yeah,
don't
the ghosts.
exist.
I'm gonna
Ghosts don't
reach
exist.
into the cosmos and really understand what's going on in this dark place. So I'm gonna roll in mysticism.
You can, yeah. You can give me a mysticism.
That is an excellent choice.
I'll roll a lore.
You can you
Folklore.
if Eldor is rolling mysticism, Daewyn, can you roll folklore for me, please?
Yeah. Nat 20.
Oh shit!
You're lucky I didn't roll that earlier.
I got a
Yeah.
natural
Stay-
one, but I have
God.
a
Natural.
four. Yeah.
Oh,
I
you're
got-
right.
Wow.
I got a 5.
Now, you do have your inspiration if you want to re-roll that.
Yeah.
True.
probably a
You
good
have
idea.
3 inspirations.
I do.
Yeah.
I'll use
Yeah.
one. I'll use one.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Plus
18
four.
total. I got a
Okay.
14.
Ooh,
14.
So
Okay.
I'm going to deal with the nat 20 first. So that's whopper. Nice. Daewyn, you're sitting there and you kind of remembering back the stories of ghosts tales of ghosts around the campfire, as you've been traveling with other hunters and other travelers on the path throughout these forests for many a year. And you do recall, and you don't know whether it's this part of the woods, but you do recall the story of Saint Winifred, a nun who was murdered by her former lover when she took her sacred vows. So,
Wow, shit.
so you are aware of a tale of a haunted lodge with the ghost of a woman. Eldor, with that role of mysticism, it pretty much, you're like, you know what? I can taste the ectoplasm in the air. That's a ghost.
Yeah.
But
Ectoplasm.
Tastes like
But-
vanilla.
you kind of get the feeling with the arcane energies that are floating around this place that it's not an evil spirit. There's a saintly nature to it. And you can kind of sense that there's a test here involved, a test of honor. because you can feel the crackles of arcane energy around you, and you don't feel like the energies in this space mean you any harm.
I'm still clueless, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still mopping yourself up.
Oh.
Oh God.
My glad rags. Oh no.
Now the folds and all the frills in the outfit that
Yeah.
you're wearing, it's kind of covering up most of the stains. But
Sure.
you know, if anyone stands close enough to you, there's a bit of a whiff.
It's nothing new.
I mean, it's the Dark Ages. Everyone smells a bit
I'm
of shit.
triggered the
You
bard,
know?
mate.
Yeah.
It's nothing I haven't dealt with before.
Yeah, everyone kind of smells like poo in this part of the of history.
Yeah.
I shower.
Not
I
Eldor.
shower.
That's why
For
Eldor is
Vikings.
enchanting. You see, that's what makes him so enchanting. He actually
It
bathes.
just smells nice.
That's it.
It just
'Cause he smells of
disarmed
lavender,
by
you know?
my-
He's just
Yeah.
stuffing lavender in his
Right,
pockets.
Axe body spray.
Bathed in lavender.
No.
Yeah.
Old
Yeah,
Spice.
exactly. Yeah, it would be Old Spice.
It's literally
be Old
aged
Spice.
spice.
It literally is just aged
Aged
spices.
spice.
Aged
Yeah.
Spice.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little cumin, a little cinnamon. Goes a long way.
So
The paprika.
you can hear the kind of echoing coming in through the doorway. Kind of as you look all now, you can see that this kind of mist is leading out from the shack out into the lake area, and there, floating on the edge of the lake, you see this silvery blue robed form of a woman.
See?
And she's just pointing out at the lake.
Oh, she's a nun. She's a nun.
Oh, that's wonderful news. Thank you so much. She's dead! Well, I don't care if she's a nun.
She's a nun. And because she's a nun,
Oh, you both
Yeah.
know she's a nun. This is
well,
fantastic news.
I just learned that she's a nun, but I do feel that she has good energy. There is something saintly about her. I believe
I remember an old husband's tale about this.
Husband's Tale.
Yes, go on and tell us what the husbands will be telling you.
That it's a nun, and that it's a nun.
Wow. Thank you.
Fantastic news.
And
Thank you.
You do, Daewyn, you do remember that, like, she was murdered by her jilted lover because she
yeah.
decided to take the vows.
She
And
took
he-
vows and was murdered.
Well,
Murdered in the house. Oh, no.
Probably by a lover. It probably had syphilis.
My headphones made a sound. I'm not joking you. I'm so fucking terrified of the paranormal.
get it together, Tricket. This is
I'm
a test.
sorry.
This is I feel like in the energy. This is another test from the Green Knight.
Okay. And so she's pointing into the middle of the lake. Can anybody swim? Do we need to ask her where she's got her
I
head?
believe this test
Maybe
is
she hasn't lost
specifically
her
for you,
head.
Trinket. You are the leader of this. You must confront.
So, Trinket, you have to decide what the group want to do next, because you are the encounter leader in this one. So it's your choice here.
Do we... I feel like we should go and talk to her. And Eldor's pretty confident that she's not going to hurt us or anything. So I feel like we should just go over and... Excuse me. Excuse me. Are you alright?
So are the three of you making your way out towards the outside of the shack, kind of at the lake's edge?
Reluctantly.
Yes.
Well,
Reluctantly.
I feel like you're
Yes.
still like in the doorway, like yelling out at her.
Yeah.
Eldor's just
Are
shoving
you
her from
alright?
behind.
Like, if you could just give us a thumbs up, we'll be on our way.
Yeah.
Yeah? You good?
You watch as as she's standing there pointing out at the lake, her head just rotates on its axis. And looks
Daewyn
at you
immediately runs inside again.
Yeah.
and just tilts to one side, and then the rest of her body follows it back around as it just catches up, and then she beckons you forward.
I mean, I feel like it's a bad idea. What do you
I had
think?
an owl friend that could
I don't
do
wanna
something
do
like
it.
that.
An owl friend?
Yes.
Did you talk to the owl friend? Are you on the opium?
That would be so much fun.
Yeah, I feel like Eldor will real party hard.
Oh man, he'd let loose. Maybe piss himself.
No. 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 All right, just so no one pisses themselves any further on this,
Any further?
perhaps a protection from terror could help us. Now, does anybody have any
Wow.
raven bile or black dragon fire ash? And I
Oh,
need
blackjack.
and I need some paper for the inscription, some parchment.
Oh,
maybe?
I probably have paper, but
I actually do have paper.
Yeah.
The poetry that Aldo gave me in the forest. When I say gave me,
Yeah, you stole that.
I meant,
Yep.
yeah, literally took
you
it.
took
Yeah,
that
for
from
sure.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
His poems weren't great, if I'm honest.
should I
A few
roll
nice
to
things,
see if
we'll claim them as my own.
Yeah, Daewyn, give me a roll to see if you find anything in your pouches.
Can I hand him over the poetry anyway?
Yeah.
That would be a dirty 20.
A 30-20, yeah, takes you a couple of minutes, and in terror, as you're kind of just glancing up every now and again just to keep your eye on the spectral form, you pull out 2 small pouches, and to Eldor's surprise, they're exactly what he's looking for.
That's
Wow.
That's
Here you
amazing.
go.
Daewyn is rolling high tonight.
It's gonna
Yeah, you
end
should
at a
try
really
your luck
bad
at
time.
the poker tables or something, right? Like,
Probably.
go gambling after this.
Here. I have a bag.
Go play craps or something.
Here. Is this what you're looking for?
There you go.
Yeah.
So Eldor, you get handed the ingredients for your enchantment.
Wow.
All right.
I have no idea where I got them.
I mean, that is impressive.
That's.
That is impressive,
Where
mate.
did you get the?
Raven's bile is hard to
It
come
is.
by.
And the black dragon fire ash. Black dragons have been extinct for at least 300 years.
Maybe I'm 300 years old.
Nah.
Yeah. Eldor would have heard of you
I don't.
back in the
I
200s.
don't buy it. All right, so I'm gonna on this paper. I'm gonna like, create some sort of like really cool description, sort of like language, ancient language that will bind our trio, and will give us protection from terror, so that we don't piss ourselves anymore because it's gross.
Yes.
Bonded
And-
by marriage?
No,
We're getting
Oh my
married.
g- You two can get married, sure. You know what? I'm a progressive. If that
Yeah.
needs to happen, so be. But no, I just the smell that's coming from over here, this general
Hey!
area, wherever you are,
Excuse me.
is not good, and I don't want that anymore. Like if we're gonna be
alright.
helping this scary,
Fine.
twisty head, lady lake
Owl
person,
lady.
nun,
Owl lady lake.
then I
None.
mean, I just can't. We just no more pissing ourselves. Like that has to
Yeah,
stop.
all right.
Or shitting. No pissing or
It's
shitting.
fine.
Really anything.
Okay.
Any gross.
Okay,
Excre-
Any
Excretion.
bodily fluids.
Yeah.
so
Gotcha.
if we do have to
Biohazardous
shit,
material. Gotcha.
where do we go?
Yeah. You know what? There's a.
The
Yeah.
bushes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Are you wearing a skirt? Because you could just spread them.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
If
No.
if a spirit could look puzzled,
the spirit is still watching us.
she's just like. And as Daewyn asked the question, "Where do you go?" her finger just turns slightly and points to a shack next to the shack that
The
looks
outhouse?
like an outhouse. And she just points and then continues to rotate and point back down at the lake.
Okay.
Daewyn just like, thanks.
All right. So, spell a terror. Spell it against terror.
Yeah. Should I roll for trickery?
Please do.
I rolled a 7, but I get a +4.
Yeah, that'll do it. DC was 10, so yeah.
Oh.
That'll do it. We
Yep.
are protected from terror.
Yay! Oh.
You watch as Eldor very quickly
brave
just
now.
takes the paper, takes the 2 pouches, flicks the ingredients to the 2 pouches in the air, and they just kind of catch and hang in the air for a second. And he just takes the paper and lifts it up and rips it in 2, and there's a large arcane spark. And all 3 of you then feel the energy just kind of flick around you as oh, there we go.
Yeah!
As-
Oh, I'm fucking loving this! Props!
Shitty.
Yes!
And the ingredients just fall down.
Yes! Now rub it up and down your body. And then also, yeah, mate.
There we go.
There's not a west seat in the house.
Here, you have some.
Oh, fat. Oh,
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
You each take a piece of this mulched up ingredient that has some of the dragon's ingredients and the bile mixed in with it, and he just gives it to you. You need to take a bite, and you just feel it tingling in the back of your throat as the energy just moves through you.
Beautiful.
And you do feel a bit more bolstered, and and it's this warm feeling going down your throat, like you've just taken a shot of whiskey.
I remember that raven's bile tasting better, but
I felt like it was alright actually. I've had worse.
Now I have
worse
dragon's
things
breath.
in my mouth.
I don't even have a response to that.
And the three of you step forward, and as you step forward, standing lakeside, the woman peers deeply into the water.
Oh God.
I know my head is down there.
No, it's up here.
Yeah.
I need it back
Okay.
with me.
Okay.
I need it.
Okay.
She repeats this over and over. She looks up at you, all three of you now, with mournful eyes. Once you dive in,
Okay.
you may find something else belong to me.
What?
Some shiny memory.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. What was it? What did you say it was? Wait. Hold on. Is this a physical thing? Can I put it in my pocket? Lady. Hey. Focus up.
I'd rather forget it. Please leave it there.
What? You've told me there's something shining down there, and I can't have it. I'm not going down. I'm gonna stay here on the shore. Outdoor. Daewyn. Do whatever you want.
For me, she says before staring back down at the lake's murky waters.
You can't put something shiny in front of Tinket. So if I'm gonna go down there, I'm gonna take it.
I have
How deep are we talking here?
I have an
mean,
emerald earring you can have.
Oh, I already have that.
Oh.
Were you looking for it? Sorry. I took off when you were sleeping.
And she like looks at her, she like feels her ear because that's where the earring was. She's like, "How did you do that?"
Oh, you were sleeping, mate. You sleep for a lot. I'm just holding it for you. It's just resting in my account.
Oh,
It's just it's like a bank.
Trinket, give me a vigilance roll, please.
Okay. Oh, I lost it when I was fucking with the... Oh, hold on. Sorry. Got it. Sheet the paper. 3. No, wait. A +2, so 5.
You kind of look out into the lake, and you're like you can't really tell how deep it is. It's kind of murky, and it's nighttime, so you're kind of having a hard time making out exactly how deep it goes.
Okay.
But you think out towards the center of the lake, you think you see something shimmering in the depth.
I mean, I'm in it. I can swim. I can do it. Is there anything dangerous in this lake? Do we need to roll a vigilance check for that?
or folklore.
What? Sorry.
Folklore. Is it
Um,
anything mysterious?
Folklore would be more about the history of the area, but you could roll a folklore if you know of any animals or anything that live in the area. And if Eldor, if you want to roll, you can roll vigilance, or you can roll. You see now. Yeah, another. If Trinket and Eldor, if you want to roll vigilance, you can roll that to kind of suss out the area a bit more.
I rolled a 2, so Daewyn's just
Not
gonna
a
be
clue.
like,
You like.
I think
You're
there's
not
mammoths around
Yeah.
here.
I got a 10.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, are they gone now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to tell you, they all passed.
Eldor, what do you get?
6
10?
million
A
years
10.
Yeah.
You can tell, like, looking around, you don't see any, like, there's a couple of fish here and there, but there's no mad wildlife in this part of the woods. The lake itself is pretty still.
Alright.
And Eldor, as you're looking out, you kind of start to focus. And you can see that it's a bit of a swim, but you can make out kind of through the clear waters of the lake. Yeah, you can definitely see that there is a bottom to it, and there's something resting down there. Trinket, did you do another roll there, did you?
I didn't.
Okay.
18.
18. You kind of start to get a bit closer, and aided by the light coming off this spectral form that kind of washes out over the lake, as you get closer to the edge, nearly stepping into the water, you can see a gleaming something at the center of the lake. It's shining up at you now, glinting in the water.
Okay. I would like to volunteer to go down there. Don't worry, pretty lady. I won't. What did you tell me not to get?
The head kind of just slowly turns towards you. Something shiny. That was once dear to me.
Wouldn't you want it back?
And there's a wail that erupts from her. She just turns and kind of raises her arms in the air and moves slightly away from the lake and then floats back towards it as she calms down.
That was a bit dramatic.
I won't pick up anything else. Just your it. Okay? Can I make my way over to the water now and go get it?
As you make your way over to the water, looking deep into the water, you see weeds swaying slightly, pushed back and forth by a seemingly invisible current.
Okay.
In the midst of the weeds, you can make out a human skull.
Okay.
Next to the skull, you catch the glint of metal. It looks like a ring caught in the mud.
Yes. Okay. Can I go dive down, grab a skull, and nip the ring in my pocket? Can I do it with stealth?
Are all three of you going in the water, or is just Trinket going in the water?
I'm not going in there.
No.
No.
The two of them are like shadily
not.
standing on the shore, being like, "You've got this."
Okay.
I'll stand there encouraging you.
Yeah, I'm actually like putting my fingers through the ghost just to see what happens.
Oh yeah.
I give you the Trinket. If you're going in by yourself, I'm going to give you an option here. You dive in. The water sloshing up around you. You feel the coldness biting into your clothes. That warm, pissy sensation washed away now as you feel your clothes being washed and cleaned by it. It's a fresh feeling. It's fresh water.
Lovely.
And you push yourself down, moving towards that glinting, shimmering ring and skull that you see in the center of the base of the lake, right in the riverbed or the lake bed.
Yeah.
I need you to give me either an endurance or a brawn roll here.
Okay. I don't have any advantage on this.
Okay.
Don't die.
11.
11. What did you roll, endurance or brawn?
Oh, endurance.
Endurance, okay. You push, and you push. The water is cold and bracing, and it takes your breath away. You feel the pressure on your chest as you're pushing deeper and deeper. What seemed like a shallow lake is in fact a deep carnivorous space with no surface in sight. As you swim deeper into the darkness and reach the bottom, you hear a gruff voice inside your head. Come down for the liar's head. Yeah. Shouldn't fall for those types of tricks, you know. She's an evil ghost. As evil as she was in life. Take the ring. Bring it to the surface.
Okay.
It'll ward her off for good.
Oh, I want both. Can I take both?
Well, no. The deal is take the ring. Not to mention, if you do, it'll keep you safe from any spirit you come across.
Wow.
The head will do nothing. Be warned, the head will do nothing. You're only allowed to take one.
No, don't say that to me. I am morally conflicted because I have 9 dishonor points. Trinket says, fuck it, she takes the ring.
Okay. You grab the ring. You place the ring in the palm of your hand. You start to feel a strange heaviness. Good. Now, swim. Yes. Swim hard.
Yes.
You muster more strength and begin to push towards the surface, but the weight pulls you back down into the water, dragging you deeper and forcing you to sink back down.
Oh, no, it's so shiny.
You two are standing on the lake's edge, and you see Trinket disappear into the murky water. I need you both to make a vigilance roll for me, please.
I don't think that's good.
17.
It's like occasionally
16.
small
Okay.
bubbles hit the
16.
surface.
Both of you at the exact same time make out Trinket going down, and all of a sudden it's pausing and cocking her head slightly, or their head slightly, as if they're trying to listen to something in the water. You can make this out because the water is crystal clear. And then without a second's hesitation, Trinket goes for what looks like that sparkly kind of ring in the mud and goes to grab at it. And then push herself off the bottom of the lake and then get dragged straight down again. And you see her starting to struggle.
I can't swim.
Are there any boys on the side? Like the lifesaver rings? What's going on?
She had one job. Just one job. To get the skull. That's it. And then
There was something shiny. I don't blame her.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Alright. I guess I'll...
I mean, she likes the shiny.
So I take my time because I got a lot of like nice, like I take, because I don't want to drown. So I kind of get as like, I'm going to like, take off some of my like dragon scale armor and like anything that's going to weigh me down.
Daewyn's standing there like a scarecrow, like holding all of your stuff.
Okay.
I'm like untying my shoes, but I'm doing it like slower than I probably should, because I'm just frustrated by the scenario that I'm in, and then I guess I'll jump in after her.
Full on Hasselhoff run. Straight into the water.
Hasselhoff.
I'll be ready. Just straight on in.
Slow motion.
Suddenly you look slow-mo, yeah.
Pulling a dragon skin boy
His
out of his
beard
thing. It's just like
rustling
one of those
in the
red dragon
non-existent
skin
breeze.
scale boys. Just dive straight in.
Yeah.
Eldor goes under the water. I need you to give me an endurance or a brawn roll here. Eldor.
7.
7.
Yeah.
You push hard against the water, and it's just taking you a bit longer. You like it's been a while since you've thrown your 200-year-old body into icy cold water late at night.
Workout. I mean.
Yeah, but like you're pushing against it, and it takes you a while, and you see Trinket is still struggling, and you manage to get there. And you see in front of you, Trinket is holding something in their hand, and you can see that the skull is right there on the lake bed. And it's gleaming, it kind of glistening underwater as the kind of the weeds around it. And you two hear the voice. Is that, we made a deal. We made a deal. Pick one. Your friend here picked one. Now it's your turn. Make the right choice. That's an evil spirit up there. She's going to do you wrong. You know how to beat her now. Take the ring.
Wait, but if she has the ring, would I have to take it from her, or is there another ring?
You don't see a ring anywhere. You just see Trinket trying to her hand is now kind of weighing her down, and Trinket's trying to push off the water.
Daewyn's just watching this.
It's just standing there with
Like
the clothes like a scarecrow, just like the ghost standing beside you, just like looking at you.
Oh no! Can I? I wonder what should I do here? Like, let's see. I could.
Can you take the skull? Like, would that counteract it?
Yeah. Oh, well, it kind of like if taking the skull would counteract the ring.
Yeah, I'm wondering because, like, right, it's almost like that person gave me a choice underwater, or one or the other, because I was only one person. But if you were there, because you could take one, then I could take the other, right?
Or would my first instinct be to try
not.
to pull you out with the ring?
Oh yeah, with the ring. Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, you
Or
tell me to leave the ring
I can't
behind.
speak. I'm underwater.
You're a sorcerer. You can't speak underwater. Isn't that what they teach you in like sorcerer school or something?
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
I
Fucking hell. Even Harry Potter found a way. Like,
put
Jesus.
gills, maybe a bubble around me.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
I
bubble.
don't
Little
have a
bubble
spell
mass.
for water bubble or air bubble.
It's upsetting. Should have gone to Hogwarts.
Underwater breathing is not relevant in the Green Knight.
Yeah, it's
Dang
not
it.
a thing. So why don't I roll to try to see if I can pull her up?
Okay, so you're going to leave the skull there, and you're going to turn Reef up.
Yeah, I think naturally I would try to save her over the rationale of like taking the skull. And the voice is it a voice or a thing down there, or like a? Okay.
It's a voice. All you can hear is this gruff. It sounds nasty. I'll allow you to roll in the moment. You can roll mysticism
Okay.
to trying because you're Eldor, and you figured out that the ghost is not an evil ghost in some way. And this voice is trying to tell you
natural
differently.
18, but I got a +4, so 22.
That's
Nice.
You can tell from the tone of the voice. It's definitely a spiritual voice. It's some form of something from the afterlife is calling out to you, but it is pure lies. It is pure twisted. It's pure evil.
Oh, it's buggery. So it is. I'm a trustworthy person, and I'm a trusting person, and I trusted that person. Rude.
Oh, bummer.
Fucking tomfoolery right here.
All right. Well, I guess maybe I'll take the skull.
Trinket, I need you to roll an endurance roll for me, please.
All right. Come on, baby. 13.
13, okay. You start as Eldor reaches out and grabs the skull and lifts it up. You watch as the skull starts to glow white. And there's a small bit of heat coming off of it. And you manage to push yourself up and away, but in doing so, you drop the ring.
No!
Just 13 wasn't a high enough roll, unfortunately.
Oh, no!
Wait, do you have inspiration?
What?
Do you have inspiration?
I would fucking roll a 2 if I had inspiration.
You do have inspiration. I think you do have inspiration. Everyone should have at least 3 inspiration points.
Alright,
If you
okay,
want
okay.
to
You guys
re-roll,
should
you're
try.
totally allowed to.
Let me roll one then. So
Okay.
I have to get higher than 13.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Fuck it. I rolled a 5.
Okay. The ring falls. You see it tumbling slowly from your hand as you push away. Eldor, are you? What do? You have the skull now.
Can I try to grab the ring too?
You can give it a whirl, yeah?
Yeah, I'll try to grab it.
Nice.
As it slowly falls, you just reach out.
Yeah.
Yes, mate. Yes. Teamwork.
14.
14. You swipe as you're trying to push away. You're holding the skull, and you just swipe your hand across, and you just see the ring just drops out of your grasp. You miss it just by a millimeter.
No, so beautiful. Ah,
Sorry.
Dang it.
Yeah.
you tried,
I
Eldor.
did, I tried,
Appreciate
I
it,
tried.
buddy.
You kind of, as you're reaching out for the ring to kind of grab it, the skull seems to pull you up to towards the water surface, away from it, as the ring just kind of slips through your fingers and falls once more to the floor of the lake.
All right. Well, then, if I'm being pulled up, can I grab Trinket to pull her up with me?
Yeah. Give me an endurance roll with advantage, because the skull is kind of helping you. It's like a life buoy now. It's pulling you to the
18.
surface.
Eldor being a hero.
18. You kind of put your arm around Trinket, and you kind of push off the mucky lake bed, and you push up, and the skull seems to be propelling you upwards as you break through the water surface. You hear a gruff voice in your head as you're being propelled upwards. That was a grave error. You erupt from the water with the skull in your hand as the both of you collapse up onto the shore, catching your breath. On the lake shore, there was a white flash of light. And Daewyn, you're standing there holding all of Eldor's clothes, and you kind of are caught to one side, and you look, and where this female spiritual form once stood, she is no longer there. In her place are 3 green translucent warriors standing ready for battle. As the water of the lake suddenly starts to churn, they leap to attack you. All 3 of you pull yourself up. You're out of the lake. The 2 of you are out of the lake, up onto the shore. You're catching your breath. Eldor, the skull in your hand is pulsing with light. It is pure white light. Energy. Give me a mysticism roll here.
Throw it at him.
13
Throw it at
plus 4, so 17.
17. You can feel where the same spiritual energy you sensed from Saint Winifred, the nun. Because Daewyn, I don't know whether Daewyn, I told you that was her name, but that was the story of the nun. Her name was Saint Winifred. You feel that energy that came from that spectral form is now pulsing through this, what looks like an anointed skull. And you can feel the arcane energy pulsing up your arm. And your first instinct is to use this as a weapon.
Hell yeah. I got a skull weapon,
so
yo.
The
Do you
tree.
want your armor?
Yeah, you're standing there just in your skivvies, like you're like a loincloth.
Hey, listen, the water was cold, okay? So no judgment. Just throwing it out there. Okay, guys? I mean,
judging.
You know.
It's more what you do with it. Do you know what I mean? Hello. Don't worry about it.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
She makes a good point.
You're welcome. Yeah. You're a sorcerer as well. I bet it fucking tingles or some shit. Dr. Manhattan style battery fucking.
It's true. There is an enlargement spell.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's his trick.
Engorgio.
Engorgio. Making all the fucking references today.
Is that it? So you're standing. Okay. These three warriors. You see their green armor glistening in the moonlight. They all have these horrible spectral hooked blades with barbs on the end. Kind of weird flared helms. With a T slit on them. As they kind of rush forward, you can see their skeletal faces underneath. You can see through them. They are translucent, but they're glowing green in the moonlight. And all three of them are charging towards you, a guttural scream erupting from the cacophonous helms that they all wear. Now, Trinket, you are up first because that's the order you roll. So it's Trinket, Eldor, and Daewyn. Okay. That is the order of initiative here. Okay. You have... one combat round against them. You can strike them, you can use a special ability against them, you can do what you want here. Okay. But you each have one round to do something, and you can also move away from them or try and get away from them if you wish.
Okay. Trinket can withdraw like a very slim sword. It's quite short, like it's a short sword. And to withdraw that, and then I can go for the first.
Sure.
The first warrior.
Give me a combat roll there. Roll a 20. You can do a combat skill check.
12.
12. You don't have any pluses to combat, do you?
I do not, no.
No. You strike out and corresponding it. I rolled an 11. You go strike up with the blade and you just catch the first Green Knight. You slice, not the Green Knight. It's not the Green Knight. They are
the green warrior.
Translucent warriors. You slice your blade through it and it just passes through. But as it slices through, you see the creature kind of react to this, like kind of pulls itself back. It's like as it kind of reforms itself, but you can still see that there's like an orange glow where your blade cut through it. Okay. And it kind of turns and faces you. That is your action. You can move away if you wish.
Yeah, I'll step back to join Eldor and Daewyn.
Grant, you take a step back and you're kind of on the lake's edge. Your feet splashing into the water. The water's churning up behind you as it starts to bubble, and the wind is picking up. Eldor,
put a ring.
Eldor, it's into you. You're standing there, the skull in your hand, just standing there in your loincloth, nipples hard, ready to go. Nipples hard. Thank you.
Cuts him with one of his nipples, just flings it at him.
I hold the heated skull next to one of my nipples so they're not as hard to warm me up. That's my combat move. No, do I know?
Or myself.
Do I need to roll some sort of like intuition or something to know how to use the skull? Or
from that mysticism roll, you just know you can hit things with it.
Like physically, or
you roll like quite high, so it's like a club,
like a fire, bane fire from it or something. Or
tell you what, right? Roll me a mysticism again. Okay. See what you get.
A 10.
10. You definitely feel you could channel your arcane energies through this, and something will happen.
Yes. So why don't I roll like a... I guess I have a special move called Bane Fire, where I could shoot like magical force flame from the palm of my hand.
Sure.
I channel the cosmos, basically, is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I bring it. I bring it down from the center of the universe, like a black hole, and I channel that black hole energy into my body. And then it goes all the way down to my legs, but then it ripples back up and out through my arms. It's really cool.
Do you store some
of
that?
Does it cause an erection?
It does. Usually it does.
See? We made the same joke.
Now, is there any way I can use this and like shoot like a 3-way beam or something to take all three?
No, you can only attack one at a time.
Shit. All right.
Damn it.
That was the whole point.
Something has to be difficult.
I'll take the
in this
middle
game.
one, whatever the middle one is.
The middle one is charging forward. The one on the left is the one that Trinket has attacked and damaged. The one that's charging forward to you is just barreling straight towards you, and you just feel the arcane energy pulsing around you. And you can roll me a combat check and give me the total.
Do I add the +2 range combat roll?
Yeah, please.
So I rolled a 19, so I get 21.
19. So describe to me how this magic happens. How you pull down this cosmic energy.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna lift the skull to the sky, and then I channel, and then I say something really wizardy and badass, like
To be or not to be?
Yeah.
That is
the
question.
flame of Aundawyn, and then you just see this like lightning strike kind of vibe, but it's not quite lightning. It's more gelatinous, and it kind of like embodies me. My whole body kind of glows for a minute, and then it like I said, it ripples down to my feet and then comes back up, and I fire it. Then I shove the skull in the direction of the green warrior. And you're just going to see this like white pulse of energy just eradicate this fool, basically.
Yeah.
So the two of you watch as Eldor pulls down this cosmic energy. Kirby crackles everywhere, and it's just full on soaks it up and goes down into the soles of his feet and back up again. And Eldor, as you fling your hand out, the skull leaves your hand and is tethered by this massive white arcane energy and flicks out and hits the green warrior straight in the chest, and it just dissipates in an explosion of arcane bolt, and the skull just straight back into your hand, and you're left standing there looking at your hand and looking
do
at
my
this
hero pose.
Yeah, and
Nice.
it's like just a smoking kind of wisp of air and energy crackling as the central kind of warriors is left. He's gone. It's just dissipated completely. The other two, one that's injured is still turning on trinket, and then the last one is moving towards you, Dave.
And I will note, because of the electrical charge, everyone's hair is like giant.
Yes.
It's like a big poof.
Definitely.
Yeah.
There's just a horrible smell of burnt ozone in the air.
Yeah.
It's real frizz.
Yeah, and there's like smoke coming off me. I look pretty cool, but I still don't have.
Wow.
I'm still in my skivvies. Yeah.
Was that
The loincloth blew up just for a second. You know,
Yeah.
if the shot was from behind of Elder, you just see his butt flapping in the wind.
Wow.
Impressive. I know.
was
Hot.
that magic
Steamy.
or a coincidence?
Your move.
Daewyn, you see the
Daewyn.
third warrior
Go
is
get
rushing
him.
towards you, and they've drawn their curved barbed blade, and they're about to swing it down towards you.
Well,
What are you doing?
Daewyn is still holding all of the armor, so I would love for her to just like swing her arm that's covered with like the cuirass and all sorts of stuff, and just swing her arm towards him and try to smack him in the face.
Yeah, roll me an attack on that one.
15.
15. Yeah, okay. You swing your arm, and there's a loud clank as the armor that Eldor gave to you as you're just hanging them over your arms. You literally clothesline this poor fool, and your arms fly through him, and you feel as your arms pass through this kind of translucent form, you feel it it's like you're punching jello, and it's just as your arm moves through it. And there's like a kind of a loud sucking sound as it passes through the other side.
No.
And you kind of stumble forward, and you look back, and you can see that there's a large line right through the center of this creature, and it just reforms, but there's like a burnt orange mark that splits it in half. And you look down at Eldor's clothes, and they're just covered in ectoplasm.
Really?
Just dripping with goo.
Come
Drippings
on.
with goo.
You couldn't just
Environment
the-
drippings with goo.
I didn't know that would
You
happen.
couldn't have just put him on the floor. I mean,
I didn't want him to get.
it's gonna
Dirty.
smell like forest goo.
Ah.
I didn't want him to get dirty with dirt.
Now, the one that you attack Trinket is going to take his move, or their
Okay.
move, as they swing forward with their barbed blade. And so the way we're going to do the way combat, because there's no actual definitional rules, I don't think, in this thing for combat. So the way I'm just doing it is straight, because D20s are the only dice in this game.
Yeah.
It's straight D20 versus D20. I'll roll
Okay.
a number, you roll a number, and see what you get.
Exciting.
Okay. I rolled shite. I rolled a fucking 2.
Okay.
So, so you roll
Don't
against
roll
that
a
and see
one.
what you get.
A 3.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not joking you at 3.
Wow. Just the
What?
blade swings in and you just hear this whoom as it sings through the air, and you manage to bring your short sword up in the last minute. You catch it on the cross guard on the pommel of the blade. You just push it back, and just like you're shocked by yourself and by this whole thing. You're like, what the fuck? And it kind of moves back and it looks at its blade, looks at you, and is if a ghost could be confused, it's confused. Daewyn, the one that you swung the clothes through, kind of turns, and its body is still reforming. So the bottom part turns before the top part, and then it catches up with itself as it reforms, and it then swings and tries to bring its blade onto you. That is a bit better. That's an 18 from me.
I rolled an 18.
Wow. So you managed to bring up the ectoplasm covered armor straight up like a shield, and you just catch the blade, and Eldor looks as more plasm just goes all over your clothes, and Daewyn just pushes back, slides back kind of in the muck on the side of the lake.
One set of clothes. One set of clothes.
But there's also only one me.
It's true.
Yeah,
She's unique.
Trinket, it is back to the top of the order. It is your turn. Eldor, you are on deck.
An 11.
Okay.
So, okay.
All right, I rolled an 18. So you bring your blade down and they catch it again. It's a bit more confident. They push forward and they shove you forward a bit. You kind of stumble back a bit, almost into the water, and they kind of bear down on you. You don't get any damage on them. Eldor, you are free to move. You've got no green warrior attacking you, no ghost warrior attacking you, but you do see that your 2 companions are engaged with the remaining ones.
Protect your armor.
I know, like, I yelled at Daewyn, please stop using my armor. Plus,
It's too late to drop them.
oh, all right. Who's like what's closest? Like, who is there any? Can I reach both? Or
You're kind of equidistant,
okay.
actually. Like you've got Trinket on your right now, and you've got Daewyn on your left, and they're kind of going at it with both of these spectral warriors, and you're kind of standing there after dispatching yours in one swift motion.
All right. Well, why don't if I can? I don't have any more. I can't summon a special move. I can't do Banefire again, but I can. Maybe.
I know you can try and channel some arcane energy through the skull, because you've realized that from your mysticism rolls, you kind of realize that this thing can be channeled or used as a weapon.
Okay.
And you're a sorcerer, so you can channel your energies through it.
Let's go another roll. Let's see if I can eviscerate another one of these bad boys.
Go for it.
Do it.
20. Boom.
A natural 20.
Nat
Yes!
20 plus 2.
Okay, I have to roll a nat 20 to beat this. I probably won't. I rolled a 19.
Wow.
Oh, it's close calls
So
today.
close. I rolled
My
a 19.
gosh.
Oh my god.
Which one are you going for?
Probably after, the one next to Trinket, since she seems to be the most
Cool.
in danger.
Okay, you kind of.
That's true.
It's kind of like it's like Aang from the Airbender, from the last Airbender. You kind of swirl your hands around, and you just kind of you gesture outwards, and you watch as arcane energy crackles down your arm and into the skull, and this white light erupts, and the skull once more is shot from your hand and just catches this spectral warrior in the back of its head and goes through its head, just completely cleaving it off its body. And Trinket, you just see this white spectral skull just and shoot over your shoulder, and then and it's just back then into Eldor's hand as he's standing there holding it. Again, the loincloth blowing in the wind, arcane energy crackling up his arm as the spectral warrior just turns into a big pool of green jelly in front of you.
And I say like a cool, like terrible one-liner, like "Don't lose your head," or
Nice.
or like,
Nice.
there we
Get
go.
in. Yeah.
Don't lose your head.
Nice.
You know, didn't see that coming.
No way to get ahead in life.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Eldor gives good head.
That
Fact.
one wins.
There we go.
Yeah.
So that is Eldor's good. You can move if you want. You can move closer to somebody. You can move around. Like, you've done your actions. You still have your movement.
I guess I'll move closer to Daewyn.
Okay. Daewyn, it's into yourself. You now have this kind of creature bearing down on you. You're holding all the armor and stuff. So what do you want to do?
Same thing. She's
Okay.
just gonna swing at it or try to protect herself with an 8.
an 8. I rolled an 11. So you kind of swing up with the armor, and just kind of it just blocks you with the blade, kind of putting its hand on the blade and pushing forward, and you're kind of pushed back, holding it off as it kind of tries to strike down at you while you block it at the same time. It's now the only spectral warrior left, so it's going to swing its blade towards you, Daewyn. That's a 7.
13.
13. You just keep pushing back as it tries to slice at you, but you're holding up the Eldor's armor, and it's just now drippings with goo, and you're just like, oh god. And Eldor, you're just rushing over, just watching this happen, and your clothes are soaked.
It's like, you know how long it takes to clean dragon scale, like with like a toothbrush. You have to get that. I mean, it's not pretty.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Look
Trinket?
what you did.
It's back to yourself, Trinket.
Oh,
Eldor, you're on deck.
and he's goo now, or he's not goo yet.
No, you're like, there's only one ghost warrior left,
Yeah.
so it's just
So I can make my way towards him and
you
give it a
can, yeah, you
strike.
can easily go and give it a strike.
Alright, let's go give him a strike.
Okay,
Oh, come on, baby. 15.
that's a good one. 12. So yeah,
Dang it.
this one's already been hit before, so you
Okay.
so you just basically take your blade and just sink it into it. So tell me how you're gonna end it.
Oh, I like do like an upward strike, almost like a katana strike. So like I would like sort of jump in front of Daewyn and swing my sword around and slice upwards in a diagonal motion.
You do that in lightning speed, and you just watch then as the creature's like, and the top part of it just sloshes off in an angle. So you just cut down its body, and the top part just sloshes off onto the floor, leaving the remains just standing there, and then just dissolves into a pool of jelly. And all 3 warriors have been dispatched. The 3 of you stand there, the wind blowing.
Welcome.
The bubbling water churns away, and you are kind of left. There's no spectral forms around you anymore.
Nice.
Now,
It was a close one, wasn't it?
with the last ghost defeated, the lake is still. The doors to the house is open, and inside you see something that was not there before. A skeleton lying on the ground, wearing decayed remnants of the same dress the woman was wearing.
Oh.
It is missing a head.
We
You
have
feel a
that.
magical energy emanating from the skull. What would you like to do?
I have a friend named Dean who once told me that if I come across this, I should put salt and light it on fire.
Yeah.
Dean seems like a reasonable person, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. Seems like a solid
Was that a
bloke.
Winchester?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I feel like we should put the head on the skeleton. And then can we go back
then
through the
burn
ring?
I mean, but, sure.
Is that a
I
no?
mean, you could try. I don't know if you'll come back
Okay.
out of the water.
It's upsetting.
Eldor, give me another mysticism roll here, please.
Oop, almost lost that guy. 4.
4.
Oh, but I get a +4, so 8.
Okay. Yeah. So this is an easy one for you. So the skull is clearly pulsing with white light, and you kind of recognize that its magical properties against spiritual creatures of some supernatural creatures of some form. This is the skull of Saint Winifred. It is a magical saintly weapon that will allow you to dispatch supernatural creatures. So you can
Keeping
choose.
this fucker.
Oh, yeah!
It's like,
Okay.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, what does she need it for? What would you even put it there? Yeah,
Yeah,
what would she
I
need
mean,
it
it's
for?
not in a
Jake,
lake
it's
anymore.
fine.
to-
You take it.
It's in
Yeah.
way
It
better
tends to
hands
see things.
in my pocket
should
than
hold
it is in the bottom of a lake.
Exactly. That's my fault exactly. What about the ring?
I mean, it maybe. I mean, listen. If you can pale out the water, so you could just go in and pick up the ring, maybe. You know, be out there a
Yeah,
while.
that's a good point.
And I can't get you because I can't swim.
It's true.
That's a good point. I'm going to have to leave this one, aren't I?
Now, is there any? I mean, can I Is there any folklore? Or I looked at Daewyn, I'm like, do you know any bad juju if we don't return the skull to its owner?
Are there any consequences for not returning it?
I rolled a 12.
I don't feel like there would be. Oh.
You don't know of any consequences. You haven't heard of any consequences of dealing with Saint Winifred. You're not 100% on whether, like, the stories never tell you of a conclusion. You just know that this woman was murdered by a jealous ex-lover on the day she took her vows, and the rest of the stories don't really tell of spectral ghost nights and voices in lakes and stuff like that. You know, it's more about there is a ghost. She's a former nun. It's haunting these lands. But Eldor, you can still sense that this energy that's pulsing through this holy relic is saintly energy. It's not evil in any way, shape, or form. And with your mysticism rolls throughout the night as you've investigated this, you don't think anything bad is going to befall you.
Okay.
It is a saintly relic, but you also know that the body is missing a head.
I don't know.
What if we give her a proper burial?
And burn her.
Without her head?
I mean,
Mate.
all right, here's the deal. I'll shave off a couple teeth, you know?
I feel like that's not going to work, mate. The skull is the weapon.
So leave the teeth.
No, skull's weapon. Well, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Give her head the teeth. I don't need it. A skull would look really weird without teeth,
it
though.
kind of would, wouldn't it?
We could make some.
It kind of ruin your aesthetic, the whole vibe.
Right,
you've got
it's
going.
not as, like, scully. Yeah.
Right.
No, that tracks.
Nah, I say leave her. I say she'll be fine.
Well, I mean, you know, still I feel like she
dead.
needs, like, a proper, like, saintly tombstone so that people coming by can give their respects.
What if we give her a different
Boring.
skull?
There you go. Do you know any skulls?
Would you like to hand one out? Do you have one?
I don't think so. Daewyn would like to look at her pockets and see if she has a skull of some kind.
Give me a roll.
12.
Please, yes.
12.
Any animal.
Yeah, you find a couple of raven skulls. You find the skull of a small woodland creature that resembles some kind of wombat. You don't find any human skulls on your person.
So she essentially just like has this handful. And do you think any of these would work?
Hard pass. Hard
I mean, but
pass.
3 of those is kind of like one human
Right,
skull.
you're trading it
Yeah.
off. Given the
I
value.
mean-
I say we leave it.
Leave it? Leave the skull?
I mean, I don't
It's
know.
shiny.
If you want to bury her,
I don't need
no.
these
I feel like you should
skulls.
keep the skull. It's
Yeah.
beautiful and it works like beauty. But I wouldn't be bothering with putting it back over there.
No, I'm just saying we bury the other bones.
All right,
Okay.
fine. Go and make our way over to the house and
Yeah.
grab up the bones.
Daewyn's gonna leave a raven skull.
Who's digging a hole? You
I'll
digging a
dig
hole?
the hole since
Yes, excellent. All
Are
right.
you still in your
I am.
skivvies?
Yeah, well, because I need to wash the clothes. They're still covered in like ectoplasmic green warrior goo. Maybe before I dig the hole, I go wash my
Solid.
clothes in the lake.
Okay.
You know, just to kind
Yeah,
of get
good
that.
point.
Daewyn will help. She feels good.
Thank you, Daewyn. Appreciate it.
Trinket does
Okay.
not
Yeah.
help.
After
Trinket is drying
after I
herself
saved
off.
your ass from the green warrior and in the
Yeah.
water, I appreciate that.
Trinket is like trying to dry herself off, but like wistfully looking into the lake, like really sadly, just being like, because the ring is still down there, and it's still shining up at her and everything. And she's just like,
roll me a vigilance check there, please. Trinket.
fucking 2.
Yeah, you look down into the murky water now as after it's churning, and you cannot see where you're trying to make out where that you think the ring was, but yeah, you can't see it. Even in its shiny state, it looks like it's been taken over by the muck.
It's so sad. It was so shiny.
I got this.
And the nice bloke told me to take
I
it.
don't think he was very nice.
You had permission.
You did.
I did have permission. It's upsetting. Whatever. Go ahead. Wash yourself. I
Yeah.
don't care.
So after about an hour or two, it takes Eldor to wash most of the goop off of his armor and clothing with Daewyn's help.
Oh my god.
It's relatively clean, a bit soggy, and you dig the hole and you bury the bones.
Yeah. I mean, I want to.
Do you salt the earth and set it on fire?
Yes. Salt the earth, set it on fire just in case.
I mean,
And Damon's gonna take some salt and sprinkle it over the bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like just like wistfully, just like strikes a match and chucks it at the thing, just hoping that it'd catch fire, and it just like just burns.
Just in the
like,
distance,
just
in the distance, you just hear "Carry on my wayward." Full on fucking Kansas. And then the flames go up. You salt the earth, and you watch things. And after a while, then you bury the bones, and you feel kind of a bit more at ease with your choices.
Can we leave like a cool like tombstone or something with an epitaph of like?
I bet Daewyn has one in her pocket.
Just a do not disturb sign.
Or like
from the
here
inn.
lies Saint. What was her name?
Winifred.
Lily.
Lily Winifred the Third.
I don't know.
And do not, and like a warning, do not go into the pond for shiny objects.
Daewyn would
Just
like
a
to
little
check
do
her
not disturb.
pockets for a tombstone.
Yeah, hang it across like a little wooden cross you made, and just put like
you find a couple of rocks that you could probably make a nice little kind of
That wasn't
Mound.
18.
cairn.
yeah.
That's not bad.
Okay, so with this done,
Onward.
My
you
wayward
pull the
son.
skull in your pack. You put the skull in your pack and head out onto the road again. The sun is rising as you tromp along into the woods. The Green Chapel is close. Sacrifices have been made before. Soon they will be made again. After some travel, you turn around and notice smoke and flames in the forest in the distance, around the spot where the cabin would have been. In the back of all your minds, you hear,
"Come, I am waiting. It has been a year. Meet me in the Green Chapel.
Well, I guess we better go.
Accept your fate."
and then the voice is gone. You can feel the Green Chapel getting closer. You reckon you could be there within another day's travel.
Oh my god.
The heaviness within the forest grows deeper and darker, and the trees grow taller. You are in an old part of the forest now, older than any other part you've travelled in. Eldor, you even feel young amongst these trees. The Green Chapel is close.
Too excited. I'm all
That is
tingly.
the end of tonight's encounter, folks.
What?
Dang.
Oh.
As soon as you started doing the voice, I was like, it's going to end here.
I know.
I was like, how is this going to end here? This is no way it's going to
Okay.
end. We have to go through this forest and
So,
fuck up some shit.
now
Okay.
we have to hand out some points.
This is my favorite part.
Eldor, take +4 dishonor for stealing the skull.
What? No, it was basically given to me. I mean, if you
No.
+4.
No.
Yeah.
No. Take your 4 dishonor with pride.
On that note, Trinket, take
Fuck.
3 dishonor for trying to steal the ring.
Yeah.
and almost dying.
And Daewyn, you can -2 dishonor.
What?
What? How is she doing this?
Exactly. Daewyn just stood on the lake's edge and then
Did
held
nothing.
the clothes, did nothing. Like,
So doing
Like,
nothing is the best thing.
did
to
not get involved in the weird shit that these ghosts wanted you to do.
do. I don't believe
Yeah.
it.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
You two dove straight in and were like, is that?
Only reason I
that?
went in is to save Trinket's
Actually, no,
ass.
that's true. You went in to
Yeah.
save, so you can -2 dishonor for that.
Yeah.
You did go try to go in and save
He
Trinket.
was going to fight you.
Yeah. Let me see.
I'm
now
at
what
11,
else?
by the way.
Yeah.
6.
I'm like pushing my luck to see how close I can get to 20.
And actually, Trinket, take 1 more dishonor for
Oh.
listening to the voice and doing what it suggested.
So that's
All right.
I will give the group, everyone in the group, a -1 dishonor for burying the bones. That's pretty cool.
Everyone?
And also,
I was really the only
everyone.
one who... Oh, okay. All right. I see
Everyone,
how
you
that
all
is.
decided to bury the bones, and also everyone can take -1 dishonor for defeating the spectral warriors.
Is it
Okay, so I'm
possible
at
to
10
get
dishonor.
negatives?
What?
Is it possible to get negative?
You're literally at 0 now, aren't you? Going into the final chapter.
Technically -1, but yes, 0.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm at 10 dishonor.
You're on 10.
I went from 7 to 4 right real quick.
Oh, nice.
Because that's because you've defeated things and you did some nice stuff in that as well. But who knows what's going to happen in Encounter 4, the Green Chapel.
Oh, so exciting! So
We're
Oh my
almost
gosh.
at the end of our adventure, folks.
I mean,
We're nearly there.
he doesn't
One more
stand a
episode to go.
chance. I got laser beam skull
the fucking
guy,
crystal skull.
and I got like fox fur.
Yeah.
This dude, the Green Knight's toast. Next week, please.
Next week.
Folks, we
Oh,
hope you've been
man.
entertained. This has been Retro Replay Presents The Green Knight RPG. I have been your Game Master. They have been your players. Thank you so much. Until the next time, look after yourselves. Have a good one.
Bye.